Hello, this is Pamela, and you're on Pamela's Adoring Crochet. In today's tutorial, we are going to make this 18-inch doll called the Tanya Poncho. And we're going to add a couple buttons if you would like. You don't have to. It's a very nice, easy, simple pattern for the dolls that looks really great on them. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, I'd like to let you know that first of all, we are going to be working this long strip, and then we are going to be adding this side strip right here. So you'll know what the assembly is. Okay. So just use any 4-weight yarn that you would like. Today I'm just going to use some mainstay that I picked up at my local Walmart. And I believe, yes, this yarn right here is Hobby Lobby. So, yeah, as long as it's a medium 4-weight yarn, you'll be fine. You can use a row counter if you want. I like to use it mainly because I don't, let's see, because I kind of get tired of having to count each row like that. So what I do is I just do the row counter, and that lets me know how many rows I have, so I don't have to keep counting all the time. You're going to need a H 5.0 millimeter hook. Let's see. I think I use this for one part of it, and that's it. And you'll need a yarn needle and a pair of scissors. So let's go ahead and get started on this fun little project for your little 18-inch dolls. It should fit most all 18-inch dolls. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to chain 21. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So now that we've got 21, our first row, we are going to work a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So there's your first one, and here's your second one. A single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then one single crochet in each chain across. So you will end up with 20 single crochet. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19, and 20. So there you are. You've got your first row. Okay, so that was row 1. For row 2, we are going to chain 1, and we are going to turn our work. And now we're going to work 1 back loop double crochet in each stitch across. So you should have 20 back loop double crochets. So here's your front, and there's your back. So we're going to work in the same stitch. So 1 back loop, oops, double crochet, just like that. Back loop, double crochet, just like this. Back loop, double crochet. So here's what it's looking like by working in the back loop back here. And here's what this side looks like. There we are. You have finished row 2. All right, for row 3, and row 2 and row 3 are going to be your repeat rows. So row 3, we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and this time instead of going in the back loop, we're going to work in the front loop. So 1 double crochet in the front loop in each stitch across. And as you get into crocheting this and you've got quite a few rows and you stop, go do something and you don't get back to it the next day or so, one way that will help you to remember where you're at is one side should always be smooth, and the side that has the ridges one side should always have those little ridges, and one side should always be smooth. So we're working in the front loop in each stitch across. See, this is the front loop right here. And that's your back loop back there. We're working in that front loop. Double crochet in the front loop. Chain 1 and turn. Now that was row 3. Now those are your repeat rows. So for all your even number rows, you are going to repeat round 2. So you can remember that. If you're using your row counter and you're on row 10, you'll know that 10's an even number and you're fixing to go to row 11. 11's an odd number, so you repeat row 3. That's the way that I remember it, is if I'm on an even number, I repeat row 2. If I'm on an odd number, I repeat row 3. So we are going to actually make, let's see, 22, I think. Yeah, we are going to make 22 double crochet rows. Front loop, back loop, front loop, back and forth. So this one, since it's row 4, and it's an even number, you are going to repeat row 2. So you will need, you'll be working in the back loop. And like I said, one thing that will help you is that, like if you were to do the front by accident, it would be smooth, and you want the smooth all on one side. So this is back loop. So just like this. Back loop, double crochet all the way across. Just like that. See? And then that side's smooth. Okay, I will meet you back when you finish row 22. And I'll meet you back so we can start on row 23. Don't forget to chain 1 at the end and then turn. Now that you have finished row 22, which is an even number, so now we are going to work on row 23. And so what we are going to do is we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work across this side. So have your outfit laid out like this, and you're going to work across the side. And then you will work 14 double crochets along the side, using about 7 rows. So to about right here. So if you want, you can put your stitch marker in there, because you'll need 14 double crochets, and there aren't really any stitches, as you can tell. So there's really not any stitches. Let me get my yarn out. Okay, so we are going to chain 1, and we're going to work across here. And let me show you this real quick. That is going to be this side right here that you are doing right now. There's 1, 2. Just find a place for your hook to go in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so we got 14 across there. And that was row 23. So we can take our stitch marker out now. Okay, so for row 24 through 27, we are just going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to work a double crochet across 14. So you'll start your first double crochet in that first where you did that chain 1. So it should be 14 double crochets. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So there you are. That was row 24. So 25, 26, and 27, you're just going to repeat that. Chain 1, turn your work, 1 double crochet in the same stitch you chained, did your chain 1, and work across. You have 14 double crochets, just like this. And I will actually meet you back when you get to row 27. So that was row 24. Okay, so we have just finished with row 27, and now we are going to fasten off, leave a long tail, because you are going to attach this to this side. Okay, so now take your yarn needle and let's so when you go to turn this, lay this over, make sure that you've got the inside facing you, and grab those 2 ends right there. Make sure they're even. And just whip stitch it together. Just like this. Just making sure you keep those together. Fasten off. And don't worry about this, you're going to work that in later. So just turn this inside out. And there we go. Single crochet all the way around it for our edging. Now, some of these will have stitches that we can actually go into, and then some of these sides like this don't. So just, you know, space them out nice and smooth. See, you can't really tell a difference on mine. I think this was my raw edge here. And it kind of looks like maybe 2 single crochets per row, basically. I hope that helps. So yeah, so let's go ahead and work a single crochet. And I'm going to start just on this row here and then work my way around. It doesn't really matter where you actually start. So I always chain 1. So work a single crochet in that same stitch that you did your chain 1. And a single crochet in the next stitch. And then when you get to the end here, the point, work 2 single crochets in that point, and be sure we're still crocheting around those so that we don't have to tie those in later or weave them in later. And it ends up being, because see this side right here, like I said, it doesn't have any stitches later. There we go. There, just like that. And just keep single crocheting all the way around. It gets easier when you get to the row that has actual stitches on it. Whenever I'm working these or here that don't have stitches, I have to admit it does make me a little nervous. But you know, I just do it. I just start crocheting. And I think that's probably enough on that strand of yarn there. I'm tired of working that in. I think it's long enough. So just keep crocheting around. Just like that. And I try to get in the yarn as much as I can without having to go through the big spaces. It's not always avoidable, but I try. Okay, just remember when you get to this point, 2 single crochets in the end, and I will meet you back here. Okay, now that you have finished, made your last stitch, we are going to slip stitch right there. Now that we've fastened off, we need to weave it in. Now, aren't you glad you weaved those, crocheted those in so you're not having to do that? Okay, so let's just weave it in so that we can secure it. Just like that. Now, if you want to sew on some buttons, I pulled out some cute buttons ideas. Like, you may want flowers, and you can put some cute little flowers on there. Isn't that adorable? You may want to put you some hearts on there. Look at that. That's adorable. And you can always just put like one, like maybe at the neckline. Here is some round buttons, what they look like. And you don't have to have any buttons at all. That's just up to you. And then there's 2 purple buttons. So yeah, that's just an option if you would like to add the buttons. Otherwise, your poncho's done. And like I said, you could wear it. The dog could wear it either way. But it's a little tight. So if you feel like you just need 13 rows on yours, go ahead. But here we are. There it is on the doll. Okay, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.